Today's lesson is on sets. A set is a collection of objects whose contents can clearly be defined. The objects within that set are called elements or members of the set. So there's three ways of describing a set. There's the word description method, a roster method, and a set builder method. The word description method, this describes the set in written or verbal sentences. The roster method actually just lists all the elements inside a pair of braces. Braces look like the squiggly parentheses. I know it's kind of hard to draw squiggly parentheses, the braces. If you think about it like an S and then a backwards S, and then an S and then a backwards S on top of each other, then it's a little bit easier to draw. Or if you just do squiggly, that's fine too. I can understand that. And then the third method is set builder method, and this is that's going to use both words and the proper set notation. It's a little bit of kind of like a mix of both. So for example, the word description method of set A would be the set A is the set of weekdays. Now that's in verbal. I can read it or it's written. You can see the sentence. But the roster method is where I actually take a brace and I write out all of the weekdays. So Monday, and between each element you put a comma. Tuesday, comma, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then I close it with a brace. So that would be roster method. Roster is just listing it, kind of like a class roster. You list everyone who's in the class, or a team roster, list everyone who's in the team. It's just a list, okay? Set builder method combines these a little bit, okay? We have A is the set of, and you put the little brace again, and then we have X. Those are talking about all of the elements X. Then we have a straight line. That straight line means such that. And then you're going to write what X is. In this case, X is a weekday. And we pronounce this. Set A is the set of all elements X such that X is a weekday. Okay, let's try this again. So in these next examples, I'm going to give you one of the three methods, and I want you to build the other two methods that isn't there. So in the first one, set B is the set of all natural numbers greater than 6. So we're talking set B, so I'm going to use the letter B. I use a brace. All of the natural numbers that are greater than 6. Now remember, the natural numbers are the counting numbers. I put that kind of down here just to remind you if you forgot that. The counting numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it goes up forever. Now it has to be greater than 6. So in our set, the first natural number greater than 6 is 7. And then we can use 8 and 9 and 10. But these natural numbers keep on going forever, right? So if I can't sit here and write them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot, 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 which means it keeps going on forever, and then close my brace. The roster method for infinite sets, you have to use like some sort of symbol that says this keeps going. I can't write them all down. I can't write every single natural number down, so I use the ellipses, which is the dot, dot, dot. In set builder notation, I'm going to have B equals, I'm going to use my brace, all elements X such that, that's that line up and down, X is a natural number, and then I just kind of describe it. Greater than 6, and then I close my brace. So it's a little bit of the set notation with the braces, and it's also a little bit of the word description. It's a little bit of both. So our next example is C is equal to March and May. March and May, those are both months and they both start with the letter M. and there's no other months that also start with the letter M. So I'm going to say in my word description, set C is the set of all months that begin with the letter M. And that is my word description. So my set builder, I start with C equals my brace, all of the elements X, such that X is a month that starts with the letter M. And then I close my brace. Good. Last one. We have D is equal to X, all of the elements X, such that X is a vowel. Now, it doesn't really matter which one we start with. If I do the roster method next, I need all of the elements where X is a vowel. So A is a vowel, E is a vowel, I, O, and U. And there's not an infinite amount of vowels, so I have no ... That stops right there. And then we can say set D is the set of all vowels. Okay, so that's how you describe a set using word description method, roster method, and set builder method.